Hey, greetings everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It is Friday morning. Hope everyone will have a wonderful weekend. Um, Today I'm going to talk about classic rock songs, kind of and related, um, and how they relate to bluegrass music in terms of covers. There's a lot of great covers by bluegrass artists doing rock songs, and I thought for any of you who are just kind of have that focus on classic rock, maybe you will just take one of these and give it a listen and see what you think, because there's some great ones. And I didn't rank them or anything. I just want to show them as they come up. First of all, if you're interested at all and you ever see these things around, I've got this thing called the Bluegrass Tribute to Neil Young. And this is just like studio musicians who play uh, bluegrass instruments, and they take Neil Young songs and they turn them into bluegrass type songs. And like Heart of Gold, Love is a Rose, Four Strong Winds, Old Man, Laughing Lady, Helpless. You get it. Cowgirl in the Sand, Sugar Mountain, For the Turnstiles, which has a banjo in it on Neil's on the Beach album anyway. I don't own any of them, but there's another whole series that came out called Pickin' On, which was all bluegrass renditions of different bands. There was a Metallica one, believe it or not, which actually was pretty good. And I don't have any of them anymore, but if I ever see my travels, I'm going to grab a couple. But there was a bunch of odd ones. I think there was I know I heard an Ozzy Osbourne version of Crazy Train that was just awesome. So there's stuff like that out there. It's kind of cool. Anyway, so let's just get started. I'll do my CDs first and then move on to the vinyl. First, an absolutely beautiful rendition of the Beatles song I Will by Tony Furtado, and he invited Alison Krauss to do the vocal. It starts off with just gorgeous banjo instrumental playing the melody to I Will. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then Alison's beautiful voice coming in. I mean, it's just so sweet. Tony Furtado and Alison Krauss doing I Will. Listen to that. It is fantastic. It's on Tony's album called Within Reach. And it might have showed up on an Alison Krauss comp album. I'm not sure. But definitely worth checking out. Definitely. Earl Scruggs Review. Earl, I mean, one of the pioneers of bluegrass music. Such an influential musician. He, after he left Lester Flatt in the 60s, late 60s, and went out on his own, then formed a band with his sons who were like, classic rock teenagers, long hair, the whole bit. And Randy and Gary Scruggs, they put a band together, the Earl Scruggs Review, which is really just a country rock band. It's not a bluegrass band, but it's, this is related. They do, on this particular comp, which is two of their albums, Anniversary Special and Volume 2, they do Sonda Woody, the song that's on Dylan's piece that he the song Dylan wrote that's on his first debut album. That's what I was trying to say. Third Rate Romance. I never remember the name of the band who sang that song. That's about it for that. So there's a couple. I got a vinyl too. I'm going to show you in a second. Jerry Garcia was a bluegrass musician before he was a member of the Grateful Dead, and then after a while he got back with his bluegrass buddies, especially David Grisman, and they did some great albums together. This is my favorite of theirs, Jerry Garcia Grisman. That's what it's called. And they do an incredible version of The Thrill Is Gone, the B.B. King blues song, which is B.B.'s signature song. They do a great version of it. It's not really bluegrassy, but it's very acoustic, rootsy. It's great. This is an awesome album, by the way. Okay, Sarah Jarosz. Great young artist in the bluegrass community. She has this album here called Sarah Jarosz Follow Me Down, and she does a version of Bob Dylan's Ring Them Bells off of Old Mercy, which is absolutely beautiful. Take notes. Interesting one. Gentleman by the name of Keller Williams, who's a quirky guitar player. He does all this quirky stuff. He's part of the bluegrass community. He put out this album called Grass, which is kind of his bluegrass album. And There's the boys right there. And they do, on this album, Another Brick in the Wall, Pink Floyd. And they do a song called Mary Jane's Last Breakdown, which is Mary Jane's Last Dance slash the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song Breakdown. It's freaking awesome. Definitely worth checking out. There's a Cosmic Torpedoes version of that on video here somewhere if you look. That's pretty cool. Okay, I think that's it for CDs. Let's go to Bela Fleck, my one of my musical heroes and big inspiration to me. Bela Fleck and the Flecktones on this album, which is probably their best album and really hard to find on vinyl, let me tell you. Flight of the Cosmic Hippo. I asked Bela why these albums aren't available, and he said he does not own the rights to them. It's all up to Warner's, so I don't know if they're ever going to do it. They do a version of Michelle, the Beatles song on here, a jazz version, which is very cool. So you might want to check that out if you're a jazz fan. Next, more Earl Scruggs review. Country Comforts, this album's called. So they do Elton John's song Country Comforts. They also do on this album Here Comes the Sun. So that's pretty cool. There's Earl and the boys right there. See, you got all those freaking long-haired hippies playing with their dad. That's pretty cool. I got to see the Earl Scruggs review in the 70s. They were amazing. Earl's just, he's a legend, man. Okay, what's next? Jerry Douglas Band. Jerry Douglas. Have you ever heard this guy play a dobro? He did some work with John Fogerty, and John Fogerty said this man is Jimi Hendrix on a dobro. So he is an incredible musician. All his albums are good. Jerry Douglas has a ton of albums. They're all great. It's some of it's bluegrassy, some of it's jazzy, some of it's just all over the place. But he's such a great musician, and he also played with Alison Krauss and Union Station for a while. This is his album that came out on red kind of translucent vinyl. It's called What If? And they do on this album a great version of Hey Joe, which was made famous by Jimi Hendrix and written by a guy named Billy Roberts. Who the hell's Billy Roberts? But he wrote Hey Joe, and man, that's a good feather in your cap. Okay, the Traveling McCouries, Del McCoury Band, his sons, they put a band together. And this is a freaking great album, the Traveling McCouries. If you see this in your travels, grab it. It's fantastic. On here, they do Grateful Dead stuff. Cumberland Blues and Loser. Yeah, so check out those tracks. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And one more, two more, Newgrass Revival. Again, their albums are not easy to find on vinyl. This is probably the most easy one to get, called Friday Night in America. And on this album, they do a great version, and probably my favorite rock song cover of the Beatles' I'm Down. Also on this album, they do Angel Eyes, which was a big hit for Jeff Healey, a great guitar player from Toronto, and which was co-written by John Hyatt. But pretty cool stuff. There's some more Newgrass Revival. There's a great comp called Grassroots, the best of the Newgrass Revival. It's a 2 CD set. Fantastic stuff, man. They also do One Love and People Get Ready, Bob Marley and Curtis Mayfield put together, which is fantastic. They do Ain't That Peculiar on here, the Temptation song. What else? That's about it. Oh, they early on in their career, they did Great Balls of Fire. Yeah, so cool stuff. Last but not least, one of Bela's Fleck's early groups was called Spectrum. This album came out, I believe, around 1979. Maybe 1980, but I'm thinking 79. I'm pretty close. Anyway, on Rounder Records, Spectrum, opening roll. And on this album, there's the Rounder label. Always love to see that label. On this album, they do Paul Simon's song Red Rubber Ball, which was not a hit for Paul Simon, but was a hit for a band called The Circle? The Selkie or The Circle? And also, they do Bye Bye Love, which was a signature song for Everly Brothers. So that's it for that stuff. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room here for a minute. Larry Graves mentioned my name. My good friend Larry Graves. My great friend. I love Larry. He mentioned my name because he was talking about doing shorts. He's promoting shorts. And you all know, if you follow my channel, that I fucking hate shorts. Excuse my language. I think it's the downfall of the vinyl community and these YouTube music-themed videos. They add no value whatsoever. They attract the TikTokers. And I have proof that I am right. All you have to do is go to people's videos who do a lot of shorts, look at their regular long content videos, see how many views they get. Well, look how many subscribers they get. I can think of one in particular that has the same amount of subscribers as me, but their videos get like 50 views, 100 views, the odd one, even a blind squirrel catches a nut every once in a while. They hit gold. But I would say the average video is 50 to 100 viewers. Now, if you're doing this stuff, to us, I'm monetized. There's one reason to get to 1,000 viewers, and that's so you can monetize. Don't make a lot of money. It's not like we're getting rich off of this. If I get $30 a month, that's like a gold mine. So, lost my train of thought here. Anyway, when you look at the shorts, now their shorts are attracting 400 or 500, sometimes thousands of views. But is that what you want? Is that what you're trying to communicate with this channel? Is that what you started the channel for? I started a channel because I wanted to share my passion for music. That's not sharing a passion for anything. That's 30 seconds of, oh good, you get to play a bit of a song. So what? Like, you're not communicating. It's in 30 seconds. I don't get it. I don't like it. I will never do one. I promise that. I promised I'm not going to do any Beatles videos. I'm probably going to break that promise at some point. But I'm not ever going to break my promise on shorts. Larry, you're wrong. I love you, but you're wrong. And I would happily debate this with anyone who wants to challenge me to a debate on it. It's just senseless, needless. Go watch TikTok. That's all I got to say. Thanks. Now let's end this on a happy note. Bye.